What's up, guys? How's it going? It's the Chase Elliott fan, and we have some NASCAR news and silly season news to go over today. But before we get to that, look at that Night Owl Chase Elliott Hooters paint scheme for 2020. That was officially fan voted in, and it will be racing in 2020 whenever he has Hooters as a sponsor. So that is really amazing right there. But now let's get to the news. Alex Bowman has a new sponsor to replace Nationwide for the 2020 season. It is Chevy Accessories. Now, ChevyGoods.com will be on that car all the time, and now Chevy's accessories partners will be rotating on the hood. So that'll be Truck Hero, Naco, and Adams Polishes. So they'll be all floating around and changing on the hood of the car. He will have all of those combined for 26 races. He will have Valvoline at the Daytona 500. He will have 3 races with Exalta, and he will have 3 races with Lumar, and he will have 2 races with Cincinnati. So he is certainly pretty much on the upswing for sponsorship in 2020, even though it is only Chevrolet in some ways, which could be looked down upon, and I don't blame them. But at least he is not unsponsored and having a car that says Hendrick Motorsports on it, or just plain old a Chevrolet logo on it. So that is nice to see there. Ross Chastain will be doing triple duty for Daytona. He will be racing in the Cup Series for Spire Motorsports, which is basically a Ganassi car. He'll be doing Xfinity for Colleague Racing, and he will be doing trucks for Nice Motorsports in a third truck in the number 40, because Natalie Decker's going to be in that number 44, and Majeski, the full-timer, is in that 45. So nice to see there. Chastain, once again, going to be the busiest driver in NASCAR. Seems like it will be again for 2020. Now, Greg Biffle has teased a return to Kyle Busch Motorsports and the Triple Truck Challenge, since the Triple Truck Challenge has taken off their restrictions for drivers that are allowed in, like Biffle was not last year after he won at Texas, which was a Triple Truck Challenge race. He has tweeted to Kyle Busch, "Hey, did you hear the news? The Triple Truck Challenge doesn't have the restrictions anymore," and stuff like that. So we may see Greg Biffle make a return to the Truck Series with Kyle Busch Motorsports. Gear Wrench has returned to Kurt Busch and Chip Ganassi Racing with their paint scheme that was revealed. They will be on for 4 races: Phoenix, Charlotte, Dover, and Talladega. Jeremy Clements Racing is going back full-time with Jeremy Clements, and Repairable Vehicles will continue to be as a sponsor, as one of the longest partnerships in the Xfinity Series ever. So that is great to see there. They are eyeing a playoff run, which I don't blame them. There's barely any competitive cars in Xfinity this year. Coke, which is not Coca-Cola, it's a different thing, is going to sponsor Ryan Newman in the Daytona 500. So yes, that's great to see there. Ryan Newman getting lots of new sponsors. Castrol, especially since Acorns and Performance Oil Plus has left. So it's nice to see that he's getting all these sponsors. Jeff Hammond, yeah, you heard me right. Jeff Hammond is going to be the crew chief for Clay Greenfield at Daytona in the Truck Series. That is crazy. I did not see that coming. And speaking of Clay Greenfield, he will be doing at least 8 races in the Truck Series in his own 68 Toyota Tundra. Now, Angelo Rook is going full-time in the NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series in the number 00 for Ray Hume Brothers Racing, and that's a Chevrolet. That will be the first full-time driver of that team ever. Angelo Rook, really cool to see there. She's launching her own Facebook movie type thing as well, and apparently that truck will have support from Nice Motorsports, which she raced with part-time from last year in that 44. William Byron will have Exalta's paint of the year, Sea Glass, as his sponsor for the Daytona 500. So it's a really cool paint scheme, honestly. And I really do. I mean, at the same time, I kind of wish he had the normal Exalta one for Daytona, just because it's so iconic, but this one is cool as well, so I can't complain too much about that. Now, Jimmy Johnson will not say that 2020 is his last Daytona 500. He won't say it. He says 2020 is for sure his last full-time season. But if he gets the opportunity to come back, it's not out of the question. So that's really nice to see there. AJ Allmendinger is doing 8 races in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, up from last year, which was 5. In the number 16 car for Colleague Racing in that Chevrolet, he will do both Daytonas, Talladega, and all of the road courses, including the Roval and the new Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. So that is great to see there. Ricky Carmichael will be the Daytona official. He's a really good motocross racer, so that's great to see there. Brett Moffitt will do the first four NASCAR Xfinity Series races for Our Motorsports in the number 02 Chevrolet, brand new team to the Xfinity Series, and that will be great to see that happen right there. Brett Moffitt getting more experience in the Xfinity Series. John Andretti, unfortunately, has died. That is unfortunate. 56 years old, died from a fight with colon cancer. It's really sad. Vince Welch went to high school with him, which I never knew until it was announced on Twitter a few days ago. And yeah, that's really, really sad. RacingBull.com will sponsor Corey LaJoie in the Daytona 500. I like that paint scheme a lot. Spartan Mosquito will be on Brennan Poole's car for 17 races this season, including the Daytona 500 season opener. So that is great to see there. Spencer Boyd will be returning to the number 20 car or truck for Young's Motorsports on a full-time basis this time for the second season. He won't have his rookie stripes for the first time ever. So that is great to see Spencer Boyd back in the truck series in that 20 for Young's Motorsports. Now, Shockwave will be the sponsor at Daytona and other multiple races for Derek Kraus and McAnally Hillsman Racing. Derek Kraus has did many races with Shockwave before, so it's not too surprising to see this. It's good to see that they're getting a sponsor, though, for a brand new truck series team that could possibly make the playoffs. Roofclaim.com will be sponsoring Timmy Hill in the Daytona 500 if he makes it, and they will be sponsoring him throughout many races as well. And I forgot to mention with Alex Bowman, Valvoline will also sponsor Bowman for the Clash as well. But yeah, back to Roofclaim.com. Many races throughout the 2020 season for Timmy Hill and that number 66 who are planning to go full-time. So it's nice to see that happen right there. AgriSupply.com will be sponsoring Joey Gase in the number 51 Chevrolet for the Daytona 500. Now we know Joey Gase's official number. It's the 51 since he's going full-time with Rick Ware Racing. So that is great to see there, him getting some sponsorship. Josh Bilicki will go part-time in the Xfinity Series in the number 99 Toyota Supra for BJ McLeod Motorsports. Part-time, go along with Mason Massey and probably BJ McLeod himself. So, yeah, nice to see that. Insurance King will be a sponsor like his normal sponsor, so that'll be good to see. Clint Boyer will be doing even more Xfinity Series booth appearances, including the All Drivers one. And he will be doing more Race Hub and race analysis appearances as well, which, I mean, to me, this means that this alludes to that this is his last Cup Series season, at least full-time, because he's doing so much announcer work. I feel like it may be time for Clint Boyer to retire, unfortunately, but at least he will still be in the booth and around NASCAR, in the NASCAR world, so that is nice to see there. And Jordan Anderson says next week he will have a great big announcement with his team, Jordan Anderson Racing and AM Racing in Austin Wayne Self, so we will have to wait and see what that is, possibly a merger between the two, not quite sure, but it just gave a little teaser picture on Twitter. So I can't thank you guys for watching this video enough, and let's hopefully get to 150 subscribers pretty soon. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and of course, I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.